Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main read, I'm using the Morgan Greer Tarot by Paul Foster Case and Arthur Edward Waite. For the supportive cards, I'm using the Angel Answers Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. I got Doreen's name right now. Now I can't say answers for some reason, but you know. That's interesting. Okay, so this part's open. That's fine. All right, so Aries, what's going on here? Now is that? I don't think we have an overall, but I think we have like a. That's going to be a bump in the road. Not really a bump, but the question. So going into this time frame, you have the Seven of Pentacles. So you're working on something, and you're starting to think you're going to be working at this forever. And you're just like, is it ever going to come to fruition? You see some fruits that are ready to be picked, but you're just like, the whole thing, if I pick now, I'm going to miss out on a lot, so I'm going to wait it out. I'm just wondering if I'm going to be waiting forever, whatever the situation may be. Because you feel like you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting for things to be right, and you're just like, how much longer do I have to wait? And this Be Assertive card right above it makes me feel like you're forcing yourself to hold out. Forcing yourself. You're having a hard time with it. You're just like, waiting, and you're doing well. Some of it's ready to be picked, but you're like, if I pick it now, like you're gonna get like a quarter of what you could get. That type of feel. All right. That being said, by holding out and forcing yourself to, you seem to put that in alignment. That seems to work to your benefit quite well. I really feel like you don't want to hold out, but you're forcing yourself to, because you're like, you know what, I'm really just going to shoot myself in the foot if I cash in now. Okay. That being said, the Ace of Swords pops up here. Now the Ace of Swords is a communication card. Swords is air, communication, blah, blah, blah. An ace is usually a good start, a great start, typically, especially when right side up. Now, you'll notice that the branches there kind of allude to a heart. So it makes me feel like you're really happy right now because you're getting the ideas, like you're thinking about, all right, been waiting and waiting, but you know what, I think I know how to make this. I think I found my miracle grow to finish off this crop and, you know, get the harvest. I think I know what I need to do. And this great idea comes to you. Okay. But it's a little bit of a gamble, and you have to weigh that out. Like, do I want to do this? Because you're seeing your opportunity here. You're seeing your opportunity, and you're like, do I want to take it? Is this a good idea? There we go. Now you can see it. Is this going to work? Like, you're like, oh, this sounds so good. Like, but is it real? Is it going to work? Is it going to pan out? So, that being said, the Ace of Rods is the next card that pops up, and it's between what's happening and you, which means you are making things. I feel like you're making this decision and you're acting on it at the same time. It's kind of like the thought comes or the information comes, and you're just you think about it for a short period, and then you're like, I'm gonna do it. It's almost like you're sitting in front of a computer. You're like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and then you sign in and do it. Like, it's that fast. Like, when you decide to do it, you do it right away. When you make your decision, though, it seems to put somebody or the situation in like this limbo area, like the Hanged Man. Like, you make your decision, you go full out forward. Something else is left kind of like, just kind of like in the deer in headlights. For some of you, the reason I think this is happening, because it might be business. For some of you, it's business. And it's a new job. It's a new job. Ooh. So for some of you, you're sticking with a job that maybe you don't like. But you're like, you know what? I need to do this to keep the lifestyle I want, so I'm going to stick with it. An opportunity comes your way. And you weigh it out, but then when you just... I really feel, though, if this is hitting for you, and that's the case, You take that other job, but you walk away from the one you're currently at the same day. Like, your first day and last day are the same day, and it's the moment you make that decision. It's really quick if that's how it's working for you. Some of you might be like, some of you may do one of those things where you accept the job and then you call your job and you give them 2 weeks notice, and you do the 2 weeks notice thing. But for some of you, I feel like it's you bring a box to work with you. Right after you accept that other position, you're just like, I can start today. Let me just go, and you call in or whatever, and you start that first day. And then when you end that day, you go to your last job at that point, and you bring a box with you, and you're just like, this is my last moment. And you pick up your desk and you leave. I feel like some of you are going to actually do that. Like, the same day you accept the new position, you end that last position. You're just like, my notice is like 2 minutes, as in I'm picking up my desk in 2 minutes and I'm out. Bye. But you really hate that job. If that's how you're doing it, you hate this job, and you're just like, I'm not going to spend 2 weeks. Nope. I'm not going to do it. And you're just out. Very interesting, because it feels like you do this and everything changes fast, and you're really happy about this. This is like I swear this feels like the quick win. Like, this feels like a storybook quick win. Like, you're like, I've been waiting for this, I need this to happen. You're extremely happy about it. You're ready as in your thoughts. And the environment is the King of Cups. The reason you were able to do this, not the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, but it's feeling like the King. Everything lined up. It's just like, it was your time to shine type thing. It matched up perfectly. That's really nice. For some of you, this is definitely more a business opportunity. And you're waiting for something to come to fruition, and an offer is made. But for you to take this offer, you kind of have to snake it out through someone else. I don't know if you want to say snake it out, but like, if you take it, that means somebody else isn't going to get it. And it was offered to you, and you know somebody else is going to think that it should be offered to them. And I feel like you take a moment to think about it, and you're just like, you know what, there's a reason it was offered to me. And I'm taking it. And you take it. But somebody else is kind of like, they feel like they have more time in, or they've done more work and they deserve it more than you. And you're aware that that's going to happen, but you take it, and they're just kind of like shocked that you got it and they didn't. And you're aware that that's going to happen. I feel like it's a friend or a business acquaintance that you like, and you don't want them to feel that way, but you're aware they're gonna. But after you think about it for a minute, you're just like, you know what, I do deserve this, and I can't just say no to it just because somebody's feelings is going to be hurt. And you just go forward. You just go forward and do it. And you know, it's not against anyone, but you realize somebody might take it that way, but it's not. And you go forward. You're just like, I can't stifle myself just because somebody else is going to take it like that because they don't think I deserve it. I do deserve it, and I'm keeping it. And you take it. And it works out well. The thing is, the reason this is coming up, if this is how this is hitting for you, whoever you think is going to have hurt feelings, they don't. They're over it. I don't feel like they're really upset about it. They realize you were offered something because you're really good at it, and it has nothing to do with your friendship. The friendship is fine. That's what we're saying here. So you might want to be aware of that going forward, because I feel like for some of you that's a concern. So that's two scenarios I see here playing out with these cards. So either way, though, you're waiting for something to take flight. Like, you're just like, this should have been completed. You're forcing yourself to hold on. An opportunity comes your way. You hesitate for a quick moment. Then you take it. Somebody seems to be like, somebody's caught like a deer in headlights. Somebody's just like, wow. So it's either you're leaving a job and you shock someone, or you get an offer that somebody thought they should be having, but you actually got it. They should be having. But you actually got it, and you take it. But either way, either the new position you end up in, people love you there, or if it's one of these things where you get the opportunity and the other person is like a deer in headlights, and you're thinking they're kind of looking at you like you snaked it from them, and you didn't. like you stole it from them, but you didn't. Everything's fine. Like, nobody's upset. So your friend is okay, is basically what I'm saying. The relationship isn't hurting. They still care about you. They're not looking at it in a negative light. Everything's fine. Are we good? Okay. All right, I'm going to wrap this up here. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.